Greetings, fellow traders. Bubble here. It's time for the lunchtime market update for Monday, August the 31st, 2020. Hope everybody's having a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we are at the market here today. So SPX down 91 cents, but still super bullish. Look at that monthly chart there. Have a high of 35.10 today. Again, last week's candle. Again, super choppy range today on the ES itself. It's given us some interesting moves, right? But again, we're still bullish, still proven otherwise, right? And we talk about looking for clues in the Qs, and we saw that here today as well. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit, and we'll show you how some of the big names have held the market up here today. So pretty amazing stuff. Let's take a look at the SPY and see how it's behaving here today. So SPY, again, low volume, still kind of choppy range type action here. Let's take a look at the intraday action, right? So we caught a nice short here. We pointed out a nice short here in the group here off of the 15 orb high, which gave a nice move down. It came into some key areas right here. It also gave for a nice dip buy, which we pointed out in the group today as well. Let's take a look at the S&P futures, and we'll see what we're talking about. So here you can see we have a couple signal zones that we provide to our members, right? You can see how we tweezer top right here off the 15 orb high. That led to a nice move down out of our signal zone, which flushed all the way down to the next signal zone. Now we got an inside 5 off of that one, hit a major volume level, and we broke up off of there, right, and back to the top of the signal zone right here. So again, this has been pretty standard. This type of action is pretty standard. A high confidence bounce area, and we've been seeing this a lot at the all-time highs, right? We'll get these big flushes, but they'll quickly recover. So it's a great opportunity, great area to buy the dip. So it's a nice move on that one. Let's take a look at the MAS and put up some geometric lines here and see how they're behaving throughout the day-to-day. Now last night, right, we had a nice channel up, right? We broke down through there, right? So this level here is going to be pretty critical. That was from the overnight highs. Kind of moving into this area right here. So let's see if that serves as resistance or if they can break through it and take it any higher up. So it's been all about the Qs, right? And it's been all about the big names on the Qs today. You see how much this pushed today? Way different than the SPX, right? So it did give a nasty pullback, but this kind of gave us another clue to look on the short side, right, where we bounced off the 15 orb high and moved there as well. So I love when that kind of we're really in our group. We're really putting our arms around and really understanding these divergences a lot better that we've been seeing that have been very, very rare before the last couple months, right? We started to see it and we're like, what's going on here? And now we're able to kind of capitalize that. We're seeing how these divergences are moving. So really nice stuff there. The IWM, again, down here today, just kind of, below its 15 orb, just kind of blah. Again, not a lot of big movement on the on these names. However, the banks worked their way down and the airlines worked their way down, which we pointed out to the group today as well. All right, so the two big names, we look at these every day, but again, Apple and Tesla, all about the split here today. Apple hasn't been really as exciting. It gave a couple little moves right here. It's kind of consolidating, so not as big, right, but it is up, right? So it's up 3% here today, so that's a big move on that one. But Tesla really, that's the one, right? So, the Robin Hooders all plowing into this one. Our members did really well on this one throughout the day today. One member, I think, traded it like 8 times today, right, and just really capitalized on that really well. So great job on Tesla today. The big names, right? So Tesla, obviously really strong right here, but the big name that held the market up today was Amazon. Okay, so that really plowed its way up here this morning. It broke out, had an inside day on Friday, right? Broke out of that inside day, got its all-time highs, and once it cleared those levels, right, this was holding the market up. As you saw how weak and choppy the SPX was. Well, the Amazon, right, definitely helped the NASDAQ and definitely helped the S&P to pull its way up. It's, again, just one of the ones that hasn't seen really a lot of rotation yet. We saw 2 weeks ago, we saw Apple with big rotation. Last week, our trade of the week was Facebook, right? That had the big rotation, a little bit of Netflix and stuff. And then today, right, Amazon. So that just really, really held the market up today very, very nicely. So amazing stuff on that one. And, of course, AMD. Big one for the group today. So we pointed this out at the open. We pointed out, this congestion right here, and then the breakout. We do a morning report for our group, which eventually we're going to break out and make available as a separate entry, sort of like an entry level into our group. Anybody who likes the work that we do, where we pointed out the semiconductors, their relative strength, and we said AMD and Nvidia were both looking pretty strong going into today based on what we've been seeing on the daily charts. So AMD gave a nice move. We traded this several times today for a great move, and members are actually still in here on this last leg up. One of the cool parts about this is from the actual breakout area right right here, it hit one of our favorite, most bullish retracements, which is your 382. That's a very bullish retracement. It's one of my favorites, right? The 618 can be a little sketchy. The 382 can be pretty amazing, right? And you can see we bounced right off of that one, inside 5 up, and AMD continues to plow its way up here. And again, we've got members that are still long in this one. So great stuff there this morning. We got a few requests out there. We got Zoom. Okay, so Zoom making a nice little earnings bounce right here. It's a tricky on the day trade side, but if you're swinging this thing, right, it's really been working its way up here for an earnings run. It has earnings going tonight after hours, so definitely keep an eye on Zoom today. NVIDIA, again, beautiful. Like I said, we mentioned that this morning in our morning report, which we call the bubble report, and really just phenomenal breakout moves here on NVIDIA. Strong candle on Friday, great volume, great follow through on that one. It actually played catch up with AMD here today, and it gave a nice pop. Members actually did well on this one. They caught the volume, saw it coming up, 15-order breakout, and gave a nice move right there on NVIDIA. It's coming up to a resistance level as we speak. Let's take a look at pins. So pins was pretty good too. Gave a nice pop at the open. I know members who were swinging this one and gave a nice move, and now we're back over the 15-order high on that one. So nice find on that one. Let's take a look here on the daily chart. I like how it's breaking out of this bull flag here. Let's see if some volume can come in here and see how it handles this geometric level up above. Another one, work. Okay, so work doing okay. Like we said the other day, we said, it's coming up into the cloud right here, but I really like how it started to push right here. I like the spinning top over the 50-day moving average. We talked about this last night. Decent move right here, a little bit of move to the upside on work. And, of course, CRWD as well. Beautiful move on this one as it is working on an earnings run as well. That doesn't have it until the 2nd, so Wednesday for earnings on CRWD, and that's going to be after hours on Wednesday. So definitely want to keep an eye there. And lastly, NEO. That's a good one to look at right here. So NEO did this funky thing today where they, I think they adjusted their pricing or something like that. Anyway, it gave it a nice bounce here. We talked about it this morning in our newsletter, and we talked about it last night as well, that it had a good chance to fill this gap, right, where it, basically where it was opening on this this gap down here this morning, came back up and filled that gap and did a nice job on that. So so good stuff there on NEO. So again, also riding a little bit. We talked about it a little bit this morning. Say, if they start plowing into Tesla today, which they did, keep an eye on NEO. Right, it's a cheaper name that could move in sympathy with it, and it sure did here today. So good stuff, guys. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your trading day. We'll catch you guys at the market wrap. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you